Thousands of Tacoma students who were gearing up to head back into the classroom on Monday are finding out that's not happening. The school district says plans had to change after receiving clarified guidance about which specific types of masks are required for staff. 4 days before classroom doors were set to open, Tacoma School District says not so fast.
We've received some clarified guidance from the State Department of Labor and Industries around the personal protective masks that are going to be required by our employees who are working in schools. And it's different from what we were planning for.
Spokesperson Dan Vopel says the district planned to have some of the school staff wear cloth masks, but under clarified guidance, that's not good enough. Instead, staff will be required to wear more protection depending on their job and interaction with students.
I acknowledge it's really hard on our families to deal with all these last-minute changes, but it's been extremely frustrating for those of us working in the schools to try and make education work for kids to deal with all of the changing guidance.
Parents of about 3,500 students now have to prepare for continued remote learning, and about 200 teachers and 140 paraeducators will do the same. Tacoma Education Association President Shannon Ergun says the decision to delay school was a necessary move.
I do think it was the right choice. It was something that I have been encouraging. I've been concerned all week about starting on Monday because I wasn't sure we were actually quite ready.
Vopel says the process to get school staff equipped with the right masks is a complicated but necessary one.
I think all of us want to make sure that whatever we have to do to keep people safe, that we do it. We just want to have clarity from those who are making the rules to ensure that we can do that.
The school district says it expects to receive more information from the Department of Labor and Industries next week. Once school staff gets trained and fitted for their new masks, that's when school district officials will be able to decide when in-person education can actually begin. In Tacoma, Britt Moore, King 5 News.
Meanwhile, the Puyallup School District also planned to bring some students back next week. Right now, that is still the case. Special education students will start Tuesday. Kindergarten and first grade will start the next week on October 6th, with second through sixth grade the week after that.